G mission, G mission, G mission, G mission. This is Paradigm Live, the one place every week to catch up on everything going on with CyberBrokers and version beta missions. I'm Mike Carterell, your community manager and friendly leftover.
And I'm Brianna. You might know me as Lady Diamond Hand. I help with lore marketing and operations here at CyberBrokers.
And it's finally here. Level 2 starts today, and it unlocks a faction competition. And how excited are we, Brianna?
Yeah, we're really excited. If you're just joining us here to learn more about version beta, if you haven't started yet, how the format of this works is we have a week of individual missions that you can complete all on your own. And then after that, it's followed up with a collaborative faction mission. So you get sorted into a faction. You have to work with your teammates to crack the code. So this week is one of those collaborative weeks, and we're excited for everyone to get to know each other a little bit better and hopefully be the first faction that comes out on top.
Yes. So let's get into it. For those who don't know, what is CyberBrokers?
Yes. So here at CyberBrokers, we're a metaverse-native media and entertainment company, and we're working on building an entire universe here in the Paradigm Lost through our collectibles, our content, and our interactive experiences like version beta missions.
And if you want to know more, make sure to go to our website, cyberbrokers.com, completely immersive experience that you'll fall in love with. Make sure to go and follow us on Twitter. That's cyberbrokers with an underscore. And we have two NFT collections currently. The first is CyberBrokers from last year and Genesis Mechs from earlier this year. And both are going to get used today.
Yes.
So, before I need to look in chat. I keep looking in chat. So let's go through the agenda. We have events this week, and then we have version beta missions.
I've been loving our agendas are so much shorter now.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like the repeat for the next 6 weeks, right?
Yes, lots to talk about with missions. So
let's get through the housekeeping stuff. As always, we have office hours Tuesdays, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time in our voice channel. Any questions about CyberBrokers, version beta missions, community fund, ideas you have, whatever questions you got, bring them there. There'll always be CyberBrokers staff there to answer and talk to you. On Wednesdays, we have game nights at 8 p.m. Central, hosted by Holder Vo, and Josie usually shows up. And we tend to play in a game called Among Us. Or no, wait, Among Us?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, I'm just spaced. I'm thinking of Last of Us. I've got Last of Us, the movie in my head right now, or the TV show. So that's a fun game. So feel free to join. Usually get a good crowd, and we don't talk crypto or NFTs. So it's a nice little break from everything. And then Metaverse field trips. Make sure to check the Discord calendars. Yes, thank you, Vo. I was having a moment there. Make sure to check the Discord calendars for Metaverse field trips. We're going to see more of those coming up. I think that's it for events. So let's quickly, just for those who haven't seen it, quick recap of what version beta missions are.
Yes. So as we mentioned before, version beta missions is all about choosing your faction. So essentially, the Paradigm, which is where our universe takes place, it's a digital metaverse. A new version has been initiated called version beta, and in these new kind of lawless lands of these beta worlds that have opened up, there's 3 different factions that have emerged, all with kind of their different visions and ethos for how these worlds should be kind of explored and taken over. So we have 3 factions. So we have the Shepherds of Saleya. They're kind of focused on this idea of discovery and this kind of, this internal quest to quell this mysterious contagion. We'll say that is
Cult.
Cult. A little bit of a cult vibe, we'll say. Then we have the Winner Circle. These are, your gamers. They're out there looking for Easter eggs. They're trying to, conquer all these new missions that have opened up here in the beta worlds, all about getting that high score. And then we have the Wayfarer Bureau, and they're kind of working with there's been a whole new council that has been established in the paradigm. And this is kind of the faction that has emerged from that council. And they're trying to go out and explore these in like a very kind of orderly way. They're trying to kind of harness all this new power from these new beta worlds to bring about a new age of prosperity in the paradigm.
For the good of everyone, in theory.
Exactly. So all very different energies and vibes. So there is a quiz you can take if you're new here and you don't know where you want to go. You can pop into Discord and ask, and we can shoot you the link. But essentially, you pick your faction, and then you will be again working with that faction to kind of claim, these beta worlds, and then ultimately claim rewards at the end of this version beta season.
So 8 weeks, 8 levels, new level unlocked every Monday. The end dates is July 31st. So make sure to have all your missions completed by then.
Mm-hmm.
And you complete all the levels and you get rewards with more information coming on the way.
Yes.
I'll give a shout out to Vo for Join the Way.
Yes.
It is the only way. Okay. So just again, we'll touch on these briefly. Let's just kind of go back and forth. So these are missions, not quests. You can start and catch up anytime.
Mm-hmm. And again, like we mentioned, we alternate weeks. So there's a week of individual tasks you can complete on your own. You can talk with your faction mates about it. There's no rules against it, but it's solely up to you. And then we have a week of faction competition where you will need to communicate with other people in your faction to complete the mission.
There, in addition to a CyberBroker or a mech getting you access to the game, there are 14 collab collections that can play. You can check that on the website missions page.
Mm-hmm. And then there are a few requirements in order to play. So you do need Discord because version beta missions is done through a Discord bot. So you do need a Discord account. You do need a Twitter account. You can make a burner if you'd like, but we do need you to verify a Twitter. And then you have to, again, token verify that you own a mech, a CyberBroker, or an asset for one of our collab collections. So that does support delegate.cash, so you do not have to connect with Cold Wallet if you don't want to.
And there will be rewards. Yes. As is the CyberBroker way. We don't really tell up front because that's no fun, right? The surprise is part of the fun of it.
Yes.
Okay, so stay tuned to more information on that. So that is version beta missions. Let's get into, sorry. And communications previously had a different day or a different time on Mondays. New levels are going to start at 11 a.m. Central, so immediately after this show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Level 2.
Tell us about level 2.
Yes, so last week we journeyed into Wasteland, our first beta world, this trippy, radioactive, carnival, twisted Mad Max vibes. And kind of the main goal was to work with your faction to kind of gain more information about this world and kind of these prove if these rumors that have been floating around of there being some, treasures, rewards hidden in these beta worlds by the original creators of the paradigm. So last week we explored around, we kind of fished out what was true, what wasn't true. And it seems like all roads lead to a zone called Fallout Fields. So that's where we're heading this week. And there is high radiation levels that are being picked up in Fallout Fields. So this is a higher stakes mission. And like we said, you will be working with your faction. So you're not entering alone, luckily.
So, yeah, this is going to play out in the lore. It's important to listen to the lore on this one because there are subtle hints in there on how this is going to play out. We're going to touch on a couple of these here in a moment, but I think that the high radiation part of this particular zone called Fallout Fields is going to have a huge impact on how you play this game, right?
Yes.
Because if you're in the world too long, you're toast.
Yes, exactly.
So you kind of get like one speed run through to try to get what you're looking for.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to what we will publicly say about this. Um, so we already touched on this. It's a faction competition week. Which faction will be on the scoreboard first with a win? We can't wait to see.
And it's important to note, so if you don't come in first, there's still second place. So and third, but don't give up just because someone gets first. So we're keeping track of the actual placement of first, second, and third. So it's a good thing to note.
And we probably, we didn't talk about this here, but reward is the wrong word. There is a surprise and a gift for each faction after completing this competition, right?
Yes. So for clearing your first beta world, and
let's not say what it is, but yeah.
But like after bonding with your faction, we wanted to kind of give something to a little thing to help you with your future missions. So we're excited to kind of help you kind of help with those bonds within your faction mates.
So whether you come in first or not, each faction will have something provided to them at the end of their solve. Okay, so I just went off course there.
Yes.
So when you get to your bracer, this is going to look very barren because there's only one mission in your bracer this week, and it's solve Fallout Fields. You need to figure out where the rest of Fallout Fields is, right?
Yes. So we're dropping you kind of at the front, but you have to find your way in. You got to find your way around. So again, this is where the coordination with your faction mates is going to be important because, like we said, once you kind of log into this mission, that's how you're kind of moving forward. You get one shot. So that's kind of the repercussions of the radiation, let's say, is you have to move fast. You can't backtrack.
Yep. So there are no new URLs, websites, or domain names for this level. We said we would let you know if there were. Existing ones are obviously still in play. There's a tweet coming out.
Yes. So the tweet will come out when it is live in your bracer. So
around noon.
Yes. And again, if you are new to version beta missions, you can look out for that tweet, and it will link to our blog post that tells you how to get set up. And if you're already set up, when the tweet goes out, that's how you will know that you can go into your bracer and figure it out. But again, the good thing about missions is you can join at any point before that July 31st date. If you're just seeing this now, you can click the link in that tweet and it will link you right to a blog post that will kind of outline all
step-by-step instructions. Yeah.
And you can play. The setup isn't too extensive. Like you could start playing today and start helping your faction right away.
Yeah, we've got a slide coming up on that. I just want to shout out the Wayfarers Bureau and the Shepherds of Saleya have been battling with emojis in chat. And it's nice to see the winner circle finally show up.
I think that's one of our leaders, right? Or deputies?
Deputies, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this next slide is about the only clue we're going to give you, and we want to try to make this fun. So please read this carefully a couple times and talk with your faction. So you only get to play the game once. Okay, so you may not want to click buttons immediately and go dashing in. I know those winner circle people would probably like to do that. You should coordinate with your faction first, and you should choose your assets wisely. Because like we said, you You, an individual player, only get to enter Fallout Fields once. The radiation is ridiculous.
Mhm.
You got to get in, get out, but you make your choice before entering, and once you make that choice, there is no changing it.
Mhm.
Is that a fair way to put it?
Yes, exactly. So, as you enter the mission, we'll be telling you you're entering. So make sure that you are strategizing appropriately. And yeah, you'll have to see, I guess, what goes
What
down.
that means, yeah,
Yeah,
what that means.
yeah.
But we do just want to give a helpful, warning to everyone to just don't rush in. I know in the past quests, people just, went, clicked, played, and that may be a detriment this time if you do that.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. Um, so yeah. That's up to you. You get to decide if you get demesed or not. That's not up to us.
Mhm.
Um, okay, let's talk about this one. This is a little bit of a switch, I think. So this is a change from what we stated previously. Um, so the only requirement now in the bracer to use it is you need to complete level 0 to set up. You need to get your Discord set up, token gated, Twitter linked, do some of the basic instruction stuff. But then you can basically participate in any mission.
Mhm.
And why are we doing this?
Yeah, so we want to make sure, like, again, if you're just joining the CyberBrokers universe just right now in this moment, we want you to be able to set your bracer up and start playing in your faction right away. So again, level 0, this is kind of our setup mission. It's getting your bracer, which is our kind of communication device in our universe, set up in Discord. And then you don't have to complete the levels in any order. So you can start right away, meet people, help your faction out. We're excited to get you collaborating, since I know that was a really positive part of our quests from last season. So we want to make sure anyone can come in and enjoy that.
Yeah, and this will be very helpful. So, this week it's not as bad, but let's say we are in week 6 and we're in a faction competition, and people start joining. They shouldn't have to do everything else before they can compete with their faction. So what you'll see, in the mission board, or mission board is the wrong one, level board, is that you'll see all the level buttons, and you may have multiple level buttons open now and not completed. So you can go back and complete them later. It doesn't have to be done in sequence other than level 0.
Yes. And again, we're trying to just make this experience like as fun. Like, again, this is all about just meeting people, having fun.
Entertainment,
Yeah.
interaction, exploring.
Exactly.
Yeah. And for those who have been asking when it's going to pick up, the answer is now. Right?
Yes. Again, like we've said before, this season is all about momentum. So as we get farther and farther into the beta world, I think you'll notice it with the missions and also some of the lore. Like, the ideas, everything is building upon itself. So we're excited to pick up speed this week.
So I think that's all we have. We look forward to watching you have fun.
Yes.
You have faction deputies, so you know who to talk to. Those roles are available in Discord. So if you're in your faction channels, that is a good point. A couple people mentioned Discord now like hides new channels until you like select you want to see them, or some strange thing. So as a reminder, every faction has both a faction discussion channel and a faction announcement channel. So if you're not seeing those in Discord, you need to go select and say, I want to see these. So just make sure everyone knows where their faction is.
Yep, you'll need them.
Yes, you will definitely need them today. So have fun. We look forward to watching you have fun and progressing into Fallout Fields.
Yes. What mysteries await? We'll
What
find
mysteries await? Exactly. Okay, with that, we're going to keep it short so that you can start chatting amongst yourselves.
Mhm. Yep. And keep your eye out. See you in 40 minutes.
G mission, G mission, G mission.
New mission, everyone.